Okay, so today we're going to talk about how you can prove that any four-sided figure is a parallelogram. So I'm going to have a lot of things for your notes here today, and then we'll just go from there. So first, if both pairs of opposite sides are congruent, and I'm just going to use the symbol for congruent here to save some space, then the figure is a parallelogram. Hey Austin, who's going to be taking your notes?
I'm going to give them to Trevor.
Mm-hmm. Is he taking notes?
You can get them from me, Austin.
You wouldn't trust that source.
Okay, quiet please. The next is that if one pair of opposite sides, Kyle, Abel, shush. If one pair of opposite sides are parallel and congruent, Kyle, take a seat in the hallway. I told you to stop talking, and then you started whispering. Take a seat in the hallway.
Can I at least just finish my notes and then go to the hallway?
That is why I told you to stop talking. You chose not to, so no. Okay, so the next thing, if one pair of opposite sides are parallel and congruent, then the figure is a parallelogram. Let's see, there's going to be two more things we're going to be adding here. And then we're going to be using these in the assignment as reasons to prove whether or not something is a parallelogram. And I'm not going to give you, like, the book calls these theorems 10.4, 5, 6, and 7. I'm not going to call them that because that's not their actual names. Like, if you went to somewhere else in the world and said because of theorem 10.4, they would look at you like you're crazy because our 10.4 might be their 3.7 or something like that. So I'm just going to call them, like, give a description of what they are, and then that means you're going to need to use words when you are answering your questions. Because, you know, Abel, put your phone down.
I'm on the chart.
Are you?
Yeah.
Alright. Okay, so the next thing here is that if both pairs of opposite angles if both pairs of opposite angles where was I? Are congruent. And again, I'm using that symbol for congruent. The figure is a parallelogram. This feels like the setups to those "you might be a redneck" joke. If both pairs of opposite sides are opposite angles are congruent, you might be a parallelogram. If the diagonals,
Hey, what do I do with clays?
set it on a chair. I'll get it. Yeah. If the diagonals of a quadrilateral bisect each other, it's parallelogram.
You should do that next
Kind
year
of sound like a
and
Dale
see how
Gibble
like
from
many people are thrown
King of
off.
the Hill.
Yeah, I'm not very good at the Jeff Foxworthy impression. I can do a general redneck voice. Bisect each other.
You know, when people say general, it just sounds so stereotypical.
Yeah.
Well,
That's because it is.
Yeah, calling someone a redneck in itself is pretty stereotypical.
Well, and yeah, parallelogram.
I don't know, you say you're from Montana and that's stereotypical.
Oh, it's super stereotypical. But we
I
have
have a friend who thinks I actually ride a horse to school.
I know.
Shown him a picture of my
People
car.
think we
It's
live
like,
in Canada.
True.
Okay. When I went on a cruise and we said that we were from Montana, they asked me electricity.
I know. It's
yeah.
a thing.
Or do you
running
have
water.
indoor plumbing? Do you still have to go to the bathroom in an outhouse? No.
Yeah, and they think that we ride horses like everywhere. Like,
Yeah.
we don't even have cars.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's like, yeah, we're back in the
Well,
1800s.
Kaylin,
Okay.
if I ask you,
I wrote that word
population
Okay.
on the channel is
if I ask Kaylin, if I ask you to picture somebody from New York State, tell me what's in your mind.
A business person.
a big guy who yells at people from hot dog stand.
Okay, so New York City
But they also have
is this.
farms.
New York State is this. Like there are farms and cowboys and hicks in New York State. It's a thing.
And lobster farmers.
Yeah, but I don't
I'll
feel
face
like
in New York
they
State.
would ride horses everywhere.
Okay.
Horse in New York.
And like they honestly have electricity and running water. They
Okay.
don't go out to their wells every day and freaking.
I saw somebody who thought half of the population of Montana was just hostile winds.
All right, so today's assignment is going to be page 387. We're going to do 3 through 14. And I was planning on doing the assignment as a class, but we're going to be needing to use each of these reasons. So I'm going to keep them up on the board, and I'm going to go through the book assignment with you guys, but I'm not putting the book assignment on the board. I'm leaving these on the board so that you know the reasons.
Can't find my book.
Well, if you follow along, Jake, you'll be fine. Because I'm going to tell you what the questions are. Then we're going to go over them. All right. Good to know.